right. Hello, everybody. I'm Christina, founder of IWNG, International Women's Networking Group. And today we are having an interview with another one of our newest partners, Silja Thor. And before that, though, I want to say Happy International Women's Day. It's, of course, International Women's Day every day in IWNG, but today is extra special because it's being celebrated globally. So I hope you're doing something special for yourselves or for a special woman that deserves some extra attention today. Also, I wanted to announce coming up on March 22nd, Sterling, the other founder of IWNG, and I will be doing a workshop on setting business setup. We've created a really nice checklist to help you figure out everything you need to know when you're setting up your business, which has links to all kinds of resources and information. And we'll be talking to you about that, and we can answer any questions you have. And we're also going to be announcing our upcoming membership launch, which is really exciting. So hopefully you can join us there, and it will be available for replay later. So let's get started with our interview today. I'm going to bring Silja up. Hi, Silja.
Hi. Good to be here. Happy International Women's Day. I'm good. Good, yeah.
Good to see you. So we're very excited to have you as a partner of IWNG. You've been very involved with us already, helping us with so many things. So you come very highly recommended by us and by other people in the groups. Yeah, so it's very exciting to be on the other side of this. Usually you're asking me a lot of questions and giving me a lot of answers about business. And now I get to ask you some questions and get to know you and introduce you to the group. Yeah, very exciting.
It's different, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different dynamic, but it's nice. All right, cool. So let's get into it. So Silja, tell us about yourself. Where are you from and what brought you to the Netherlands?
Yeah, so I'm originally from Iceland. So I was born in Iceland, and then when I was 16, I moved to the US as exchange student. So I've been living around the world. But what brought me to the Netherlands is my ex-boyfriend. So there's always a boyfriend or job or something that brings you here, right? Mm-hmm. So my ex-boyfriend was offered a job here through one of the shipping companies, the Icelandic one. And I wanted to make a career shift. So I've been an entrepreneur since I was 20 years old. And I wanted to do a little bit more with, female empowerment and international development. And Leiden University offered a study in English. So we decided to jump here and move. And that was 9 years ago.
All right.
A very long time, yeah. So it's magic number 9. This is the 9th country I live in too.
Oh, wow. Interesting. Very cool. Yeah. And so what is your experience in the Netherlands? What made you want to stay this entire time?
So I was never going to stay. It was only a half a year ago I decided to stay. So I've always been about to move away. So I love it here. I do. Mm-hmm. But I never kind of settled it down. So, after I studied, I'm an entrepreneur at heart. So I started the Icelander business. There've been 9 now again too. Yeah. 9 countries, 9. Yeah. But yeah. So after my studies, I started my first business here in Netherlands. I've been quite a few of them before that, but my first here in Netherlands. Mm-hmm. And I was about to move and take it to London, but then we got investment. And then I have a daughter. So she was born here, and the Australian man. So I was always about to move, but now I think, finally Netherlands has managed to really hook me in.
Nice.
I think it's just a very good life balance here. It's something I haven't found anywhere else. It's not the same in Iceland or anywhere else I know. So here you just have this beautiful balance of life. And I think also being an entrepreneur here, you have such amazing support. Yes. It's hard to find anywhere else, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. Those are 2 big factors for me as well. Wanting to stay here is the work-life balance is completely different than where I come from.
Oh, yeah. In a good way. Yeah, right?
Yeah, and the support for entrepreneurs, startups. There's so much enthusiasm and support for new and unique projects and things like that. So yeah.
I think it was somewhere I saw, or, I think out of 17 million people, you have 1 million entrepreneurs.
Wow. Yeah, I believe it. Even just from what I see in Rotterdam, and I know there's so much going on in other cities too. So I believe it. Cool. All right. So what about your entrepreneurial journey? Let's hear about that.
All right. So where shall I start? Okay, so I've started 9 businesses. I won't go into detail all of it. But I was very naive when I started my first one. So it was I was the air hostess at the time. So I was, and I got this opportunity to join in an early venture. So I decided to quit my job as an air hostess, and I started my first company when I was 20 years old in London. And it went really well. But the first time I got my VAT bill, I didn't realize there was something called the VAT. So I was very naive.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, but I was very lucky with that. It was a beginner's luck. So I was very lucky with that company, and sorry, my cat, and exit of that. And then since then, I've started quite a few. So I've mainly been like a typical startup founder. So technology and impact founder. But the last few years, I've been coaching. So, while I was still a founder, I was asked to coach more and mentor more startups. So I was doing more and more of that. And then I just found, I really love it. It's something I'm just really, it gives me a good feeling. And I really enjoy seeing other entrepreneurs grow. And I have probably made every mistake in the book myself, a lot of them. So what I do now is I have 2 projects which are very dear to me. So the first one I started 7 years ago. I do female empowerment in Uganda. So we do like micro investments in marginalized women. So so we both give them the tools they need to start the business, and we really help them, support them back. And that is always local support. And then we provide them with investments. Wow. And we get the community involved as well. So it's like this support and accountability. So I've been doing that for 7 years, and I'm now going to increase that a little bit more. And I'm tying that now to my core business, which is where I help online entrepreneurs to really get that solid foundation, really focus on what matters. So really focus on what you love, really do what matters, and then kind of create a system around it and just ditch the rest. So what I feel with most of my entrepreneurs when they come to me, and probably I don't know how you felt when you came, is they're very overwhelmed. There's just so much to do, and then it's just refocus them, do the small tweaks, which makes all the difference. Yes. And that is basically what I do in my programs, is basically make a solid system, focus on what you love, because that I think is your zone of genius, and then manage to grow your business and scale that up. What suits you,
Yeah, that's 2 really amazing projects. That's very cool.
Yeah.
And I can attest to the second. The coaching has been really helpful for me. Like, I was completely overwhelmed. There's just so much. And this is not my first business either, but I still, there's so much. And of course, in the Netherlands, it's a little bit different than, the business I started in the States. But you really did help me focus. And, I wanted to be available to the whole wide world, and you realize how I can niche down, but how I can also still make a big impact. And, and also my mindset and figuring out exactly, why I'm doing this and what's going to keep me going, so that I'm not burning out later thinking, what am I doing here? So it was super helpful for me in many ways, for not only for IWNG, but for my other, projects that I have going on too. So. Yeah,
this is the thing, is what you're describing. When you're also doing it like alone or with a small team, you feel a little bit, it's always so easy to advise somebody else, right? It's a bit like when it comes to this as well. So when you're an entrepreneur, you don't see things as clearly as you get outside perspective, and you get this accountability and support, and maybe small direction where to go, and that can make all the difference.
Yeah, it really can. And
you the mindset, it's funny when you're an entrepreneur how sneaky that can be, and it can make
for sure. And I also like how you connect women to each other through your projects as well, and the mastermind type of groups and things like that, where we're getting different perspectives and feedback. So not only all the knowledge that you're sharing, but knowledge of everybody else that's kind of on the same journey together. So I really like
so you
that
get this, your peer and your business buddies. Because I think it's so important to have that peer support too.
Yeah.
But you're not alone in it. It's not only, that's the reason I love group coaching, is you have that whole support. So you have the coach who can give you some of the know-how or the push or the mindset shift you need, but then you also have your peer-to-peer.
Yep. Yeah. Which is, I think, why our projects and our vision and our mission aligns very well, because we work the same way, connecting people, empowering each other, and sharing knowledge and resources. So I just love it all. Cool.
It's really exciting what you guys are doing. I know the inside scoop, of course, now, but
yeah, thank you. So we have some comments. Let's see what people are saying. Fabulous to see more wonderful partners join IWNG. Silja's reputation precedes her, and I'm so excited to see what you'll come up with together. Very nice. Thank you, Kareem. Another one of our
partners. Really happy.
And would be wonderful to hear her advice for new ventures. And that is so funny, Kareem, because I just messaged Silja today about you. Kareem's the founder of BGMT, which is the podcast that I was telling you about.
Yes.
Those connections.
How funny how the universe can align. Yes, Kareem, we need to talk. We need to talk together. I'd love to.
Yes, I will definitely connect the two of you. That's so funny. So much synchronicity going on.
Yeah.
And Irina. And Aida. So very nice to see everybody here. Thank you for watching and commenting. And so, Silja, we have a nice collaboration coming up, and I'm looking for my little banner for it. But we are doing a workshop. Silja is going to be doing a workshop for our members, and it's going to be about getting your ideal client, which I didn't realize was so important to really, really dig deep and figure this out. So Silja, you want to tell us about what you'll be going over in this workshop?
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to be working on the ideal client, and I think a lot of my clients have a lot of resistance to this exercise, but this is super important. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to identify your ideal client. So first of all, who is your ideal client and how to target them. So let me be a little bit more specific here. So what I see with most of my clients when they come to me, they struggle. So they both struggle with focus, but they also struggle with getting clients. And one of the key reasons I have identified why they struggle to get clients is they are targeting, first of all, maybe the wrong ideal client, but in most of the cases, and maybe you can relate to that, they are targeting target audience. And then you're trying to do that, and I think, Christine, that was one of your things, right? Yes. When you're trying to do that, you're not really reaching anyone. So first of all, you're trying to be too broad, and when you're trying to, please everybody, is a bit, then you just don't please anybody. You're not hitting home with anybody. So what we're going to be doing in this workshop, we are going to be creating an ideal client, and we're going to take a step further. We're going to be identifying that and make them super real, because we're not only going to create an avatar, we're going to find that person in your network, we're going to show you tools how to do that, so you will know exactly who your ideal client is, who they are not, because we don't want to be serving everybody, and also what is going to be the pain point, problem, or desire of your ideal client, so you know exactly how to message and position yourself so that you have that beautiful sweet spot. So that means that whatever you are offering is actually solving your ideal client pain point, problem, or desire. So we're going to be doing that. And then I'm going to give you some amazing tips when you are clear who your ideal client is, how you can start targeting them. So, if you are struggling with getting clients, there might be some amazing shifts happening there for you. And just something I want to add here, because I know there's a lot of resistance going to ideal clients, because you think, oh my God, if I'm going to narrow so down, I won't get clients. The opposite is true. Yeah. So the more you narrow down in the beginning, the more you target, the more you reach out, and the more, somebody's like, oh my God, she just gets me. It's exactly what I feel. And that is the feeling you really want, that your ideal client feels so seen, heard, and understood by you.
Yes. Yeah. I think That's going to be a wonderful workshop. I have benefited from this so much myself. Like it takes so much off your mind because I want to help everybody, anybody and everybody. I don't want to like,
you please them all, right?
But then you're all over the place thinking what's going to please this person, what's going to, and it's different, for everybody. And you can only, you just can't please everybody. And that's in normal life, business life, everything. So it took a lot off my shoulders by just narrowing it down. And then I'm like, I really do know, what they want, what they need, and I can really address that directly. And I don't have to worry about all this stuff out here. Maybe eventually I can work up to that later once I've got this really perfected. But, for now.
It's a bit like hourglass, right? So the beginning, you really want to go here. You want to narrow it down like as much as possible. And if you think you cannot niche down more, narrow it down more, do more of it. And then I say it depends where you are in journey. But if you are multiple six figures or even at that point, you want to stay as narrowed down until I would say, at least multiple six figures. And then you can start broadening up again. But until I would say when you're 500,000 a year, you want to still keep it very narrow.
Sounds good to me. All right. Well, thank you so much for telling us about that. And we will be posting about that very soon. It'll be available for registration coming up in the next couple of days. So look out for that. And I think that is everything that I have to talk about today. This is Silja's. It's one thing this reminds me of, because when I asked you, about your social media and things like that, you sent me this one website. And what I really love about you is that you have a really wide reach and you are known and you aren't all over social media. You don't emphasize that as like the way to get clients. And that's
hardly. My website is very bad in a way, and I'm now, because I'm growing, I'm really going to now scale off, but I'm like making sure I still keep the intimacy and everything else with my clients. I'm now doing social media, but where I got, but
it wasn't like necessary to get started. And I think that's something that holds people back too, is they think they need to get thousands of followers and get everything all perfect and aesthetically pleasing on their social media before they can even start trying to do their business. And that was me.
You feel like you have to be everywhere, and that is exactly, you need to take the overwhelm off. And maybe just pick one or two things and do it well. But no, you can grow without it. With a limited social media.
Exactly. It doesn't have to be the main source of your marketing. So love that about you too. I think that's something that I think a lot of people would be interested in as well. So So here is her website. You can check out all the things she does. She coaches on all different levels of entrepreneurship, and I highly recommend.
So also maybe interesting. I'm having 2 days from now, I think I mentioned in the group as well, I'm doing a lead generation training. So if you just do Silja Thors class, I think training. If you want to learn how to get leads organically in a very elegant way. So I'm not very fan of spam or sleazy way. So it's not one of those tactics. But I will share with you 11 really, really good ways for you to start generating leads the organic way. And I will also share with you step by step, and you will also get a guide afterwards. You can basically not copy paste. You need to always make that part of your own, but you can follow it totally. Okay. And that is basically what I have been playing and testing with myself. So I don't think you need to grow either. And whatever you do with paid ad, though that can help, but you can do everything you need through organic as well.
Nice. Okay. So in 2 days, a lead generating leads organically workshop. And if you send me that link, I'll post it in the comments so people can look at that, and we will, we'll post about that too. I think that's a really very useful workshop for a lot of people in our group.
I think so. I think you need to be a little bit at the position ready for clients. But if you are there, if you're not like completely early stage, but you are, hey, I think I have an offering, I know a little bit who my ideal client is, I need to shape that a bit more, be ready to get the paying clients. Or if you are struggling with those, then definitely worth to show up.
Cool. Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to come and share with us. And it was nice to see you again online. And we'll definitely be seeing more of you around IWNG and at your awesome workshops. So
can't wait. Yeah.
Have a great rest of your day.
Yes, you too. Thanks for having me again. Thanks.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Good day. Bye.